on one center of workforce innovation each, so that we could share with our partners all of the connected pathways and incredible programs and work that the education partners were engaged in during year one, which pretty much ended the end of January. We're revving up for the beginning of year two. But we just wanted to spend this time with you all to show you all the great work. This Pathways initiative has been so successful. We have over 1,200 industry and education partners, and over all of the 10 centers of workforce innovation, we have 17 community colleges, 20 high schools, vocational technical schools, as well as comprehensive high schools, 9 four-year colleges and universities, 8 labor unions, and 4 community-based training providers and other education organizations, all forming an education ecosystem to work together, to collaborate, to connect all of our education and training so that any New Jersey resident, no matter where they get their education and training, they can be working toward attaining a credential or degree. And so we're just so excited that this initiative has taken off the way it has. It's actually been a little startling, but it means we're on the right track, that we're onto something, and we know that it will benefit all of our residents. This initiative would not have been possible without the voice of industry. And we have the loudest, biggest voice of industry in our seminal partner, that being the New Jersey Business and Industry Association. We went to NJBIA with our concerns about workforce development needs, and they had the exact same concerns and came to us. So we knew that those synergies lined up, and we're just happy that we're able to work together to ensure that industry is guiding all of these pathways. Before I ask Chris to give opening remarks, I want to take this time to thank the community college presidents who have lended their staff and faculty and other resources to this initiative. While the New Jersey Pathways to Career Opportunities initiative is involving all education partners across education sectors, it is the community colleges that are leading this. And so I want to thank Dr. Mark McCormick from Middlesex, Dr. John Larson from Ocean County College, and of course, Dr. Boyache from Essex County College, who's visiting with, has a more important visitor today than to be here with us. But thank you to all of the presidents. I know President McCormick is online. Thank you so much. Next slide. And now I will ask Chris Emmerholz to join us and give welcoming remarks. Chris?
Thank you very much, Catherine, and thank you very much to all of you that have joined us on this Friday afternoon for something that's so important. NJBIA, on behalf of all the employers of the state of New Jersey, are proud to partner with you. Catherine said that she's happy to partner with us because we're one of the biggest voices of business. We're happy to partner with you guys because you are the voice of our education and training providers. And if business and our education training providers don't work together, we're not going to be accomplishing what we all need for the workforce of tomorrow. And especially like when I think about workforce of tomorrow, there's nothing more important than developing those IT employees, IT workers, those innovation employees that we need. And this center is doing. So I'm proud of the partnership. I'm also proud of results. And there's a lot for everyone that's been involved here. And what's great about this is obviously our community colleges in New Jersey are fantastic and are leaders in this space, but it's them leading by bringing in the four-year schools, the private career schools, the VOTEX and other K-12, that knowing that we need to collaborate, all the public players, all the private players, all the education players, all the business players, and Catherine and Aaron's leadership, and all of you at all the different community colleges that are focusing on this center and all the other centers are doing that and walking the walk. And so we thank you for that. And we can just see the results that have happened in year one. And we need that. We need that because our economy needs that. We need that because BIA has kind of staked our place out on focusing on workforce development. So we need that to be successful. Your students, most importantly, need that because they want to have these jobs open to them. And just bigger picture too, our state needs it because there's so many important innovation, IT innovation, R&D stuff that has happened in New Jersey. We have a legacy of being the innovation state. We want to get back there because there's a lot of good jobs there waiting if we can achieve that. There's a lot of good pathways for your students, for all the people you're working with. A lot of roles for the providers of education and training in the state. And it's going to make our members more successful if they can have the employees that can do and accomplish what they want. So we all need you and the state needs you. And thank you for your work because there's a lot going on and a lot to be proud of. And we look forward to continuing to partner with all of you because we know that this is good work and we know that we're seeing results and we're going to continue to do that. So thank you very much. Hope you, I look forward to hearing from the rest of you guys this afternoon and enjoy your weekends.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris, for that. And Catherine, thank you. I am so excited today, aside from the fact that it is Friday, but I am very excited to share with you the work that has been done by the program and the Software Development Center for Workforce Innovation. They have done tremendous work. Catherine highlighted the 22 pathways that have been accomplished over this past year. Today, we have the honor of really sharing out from our college partners the work that has been done specifically in programming and software development. We know that program and software development actually touches on every industry. I was speaking with one of my colleagues earlier this week, and he was at a conference for supply chain, and they listed programming and software development number 10 on their list of connections as it related to other industries, and they were not even on the list maybe a year or two ago. So we know software development is so important because it touches almost every aspect of all of the other kind of technical sectors, technology sectors. And to be able to create a pathway that begins in high school, goes through community college, four-year institutions, pulls in community-based organization, also includes workforce development. All of these pathway connections are so important. When Chris talked about driving the economy, we absolutely do drive the economy with all the work that's being done in technology. And again, we know that these jobs that we're talking about will only multiply exponentially over the next 10 years. So I couldn't be more excited to share out from our partners, to hear out the work that they have done with in great detail. But before I get to that, I like to say next slide so you can see for yourself the community colleges that have been involved in this work, as well as some of their educational partners that have joined them on the journey. Middlesex College, Essex County College, and Ocean County College have been the anchors in creating two pathways. One will be the computer science pathway, and the second pathway is computer systems technology. We have, Chris talked about the different high schools and the different education partners. For this pathway, we have a charter school, Thomas Edison Energy Smart Charter School. So when we talk about having a very broad, inclusive ecosystem of education partners to create as much access to technology, we absolutely have that. We have Essex County Schools of Technology, Rowan University. I know one of our partners, Jack Myers, is on, who has worked so closely with this pathway from Rowan University, has worked so closely in helping align the community colleges in the 4 years as we build out this very transparent, flexible, and accessible pathway. We have the Camden Dream Center, which is one of our community-based organizations that has worked with this as well as other technology centers. And we have Lakewood High School. So you're going to hear more about the connectedness of all of our educational partners as we roll through this very engaging and full of information. And all of that information that you hear, we're going to think about those connections and, more importantly, the access to students from middle school to high school and throughout their career. We know that we're driving change, we're impacting lives, and with us impacting lives, we're impacting communities, which ultimately supports for a stronger, better economy. I get excited. So a part of the education partners, we also have industry partners. Next slide, please, Glenn. And these industry partners, this is just a glimpse of all the industry partners that have been at the table talking with our community college partners on what's really needed in these pathways. The technology pathways have been embedded with industry credentials from high school through, quite frankly, community college and looking into the 4 years. It's been done with them at the table every step of the way and continuing. And more importantly, they're involved with us. They're engaged with the pathways and with our community colleges, because ultimately we want to hear what they need, but we also are looking to them, and they have ensured us that that they're going to be recruiting these very, very well-prepared students coming out of these industry embedded curricular programs. And with that, I'm not going to talk too much more. I'm going to bring on, because you're not here to hear me, you're here to really hear about the work that's been done. And we have with us, for the next slide, please, we're going to hear right now from Dr. Aslan Cakemak from County College of Morris, who will be talking about the computer science pathway and the work that was done with Middlesex and Essex College. Aslan, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon. Just to clear the confusion, I was working for Middlesex College, and I was their business and computer science chairperson. That's how I involved in this project. And I loved every moment of it, because as Vida explained, this was an inclusive project and it brought us all together. And one major benefit is that we actually looked at our inventory, like what do we have? And we realized we are all pretty much teaching the same thing, but how can we bring it together? So this work was very beneficial for us, as well as the people of New Jersey, but also as the community colleges who were part of this program. I believe we see a great benefit in this. At the very beginning, what we did is we looked at the data provided to us by Department of Labor and NJ Focus. We, three of us, we reviewed the unemployment data and future forecasts in computer science areas, IT. And we decided we are going to work on 2 pathways. And first one is the computer science pathway, which I will review with you. And the second one we worked on is the computer systems technology pathway, which Dr. Elvi Vieira, she is going to help you understand what we have done. So in this pathway, the first thing that we worked on is to understand how we can connect our high schools to us. And for this project, we picked 2 high schools. Middlesex worked with Thomas Edison Energy Smart Charter School, and Essex County College worked with Essex County Schools of Technology. And we both have, both colleges have computer science degrees now with embedded credentials in it. So Essex County has IT Fundamentals, CompTIA, A+ Core 1 and A+ Core 2 that are embedded into their AS curriculum. So a student who completes dual enrollment program with Essex County Schools of Technology will be able to transfer 7 college credits to Essex County College's Associate of Science in Computer Science degree. And similarly, our dual enrollment students at Thomas Edison Energy Smart Charter School will have the opportunity to earn 14 college credits that has been coming from CompTIA A+, CompTIA Security Plus, and Java SE 8 Oracle Certified Associate Certificates. So if the students come to us with these credentials, both in Essex County College or Middlesex College, they will have already earned college credits. Next one, please. The second item on our agenda was looking at prior learning assessments. So we looked at this again from the point of embedded industry credentials, because we recognize that people come to us with industry credentials, not with only academic college credits. So for this purpose, Essex County College reviewed 3 CompTIA industry credentials, and they evaluated them so that they can award college credits. And again, these credentials were from CompTIA IT Fundamentals, A+ Core 1 and A+ Core 2. After careful review, they decided that if the students complete these 3 certificates, if people come to Essex County College with these 3 certificates, they will be able to earn 7 college credits that will give them 2 college courses. One is for 4 credits, one is for 3 credits, is my understanding. So prior learning will help students gain academic credits. Similarly, at Middlesex College, CompTIA industry credentials were reviewed, but 3 different certificates. One is CompTIA Network Plus, one is CompTIA Security Plus, and the third one was Oracle Java SE 8 Certified Associate credentials. And the faculty at Middlesex mapped these courses to credentials, and then they decided that students can earn 14 college credits in 3 to 4 different classes that are offered in Middlesex College Associate of Science in Computer Science degree program. Next, please. Third item that we worked on this pathway is how we are going to connect with our 4-year college or university partners. We worked on transfer agreements with Rowan University. That was the partner in this project, and they were very helpful. What we did is Rowan has 2 bachelor's degrees that were suitable for our students. One is Bachelor of Arts in Computing and Informatics, and the other one is the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Again, these are the 4-year degree programs at Rowan University. And the Middlesex College, as well as Essex County College, we both worked with Rowan University. And we have 2 agreements under review, and they are pending final approvals. At the end of, as a result of this agreement, our students will be able to go to Rowan University after they complete either 3 years with us or 2 years with us. So we established 3+1 articulation agreement and 2+2 articulation agreement with Rowan University for 2 different degree programs. So our students have now more opportunities to further their education in a 4-year university without losing any credits. And the best part, our students who have those industry credentials embedded into their degree programs, they will also get recognition from Rowan University. Next one, please. And we also looked at the adult learners and how can we help adult learners go into workforce with these industry credentials. So one great partnership from this pathway emerged is the Essex County College and Camden Dream Center, which is New Jersey Cisco Networking Academy. And they work together to offer non-credit workforce training courses for adult learners. So they developed 2 new courses. One is Cisco Certified Networking Associate, and the second one is the Introduction to Cybersecurity. Both courses are going to be running in next semester, fall 2023. And people or our adult learners who complete these courses will gain necessary knowledge to enter a workforce. And similarly at Middlesex, workforce side of the house developed 5 non-credit courses. And those are going to be, they actually started offering them in spring 2023. And these courses are CompTIA Plus hardware, CompTIA Plus software, CompTIA Plus Network Plus, sorry, CompTIA Network Plus, CompTIA Security Plus, and CompTIA Cloud Plus. So adult students who come to workforce development and finish all these courses, which one course is around 40 hours. So at the end of 200 hours of learning, students will gain these certificates and they will be eligible to enter workforce. And the final item on our agenda was to work on professional development. To serve this purpose, our faculty at Middlesex College worked on, again, our faculty who are credentialed in Oracle Java SC8 certificate, CompTIA Network Plus, and CompTIA Security. They created course shells for us, which includes the study material, mock exams, reference materials that we can, or Middlesex can actually now loan to the other institutions who need them. And our faculty and professionals who teach these courses are also eligible to help other colleges develop the same professional development platform in their own institutions. So Middlesex will be happy to help you with this if you reach out to them. And I think this was pathway 1. Next one.
Thank you so much, Asalan, for sharing that detailed information with us. And now we will hear more from about the pathways, computer systems technology, which is the second pathway from Dr. Elvira, or Elvie, as we say, Vieira at Essex County College. Elvie, the Zoom screen is yours.
Thank you, Vida. Hi, everyone. I'm Elvie Vieira. I work at Essex County College. I'm Dean of Community Continuing Ed and Workforce Development. And for this particular pathway, I've been working very, very closely with academic affairs. And so the first slide, and I hope I can represent Ocean well. Joe, you jump in here if I say something. At Ocean County College partnered with Lakewood High School to form its dual enrollment program, and they will be selecting 25 rising 8th graders that have a certain GPA in order for them to participate in the academy and to begin a dual enrollment program where the students get exposed to the CompTIA industry certifications and the same certifications that we were doing, which is the A+ and the security A+. So this helps the students to gain early on a foothold into what we call the computer systems technology. And the goal of the program is to just expose the students and begin that pathway that takes them from, early on from 8th grade to 9th grade, straight into high school, associate's degree, and hopefully bachelor's. And it's supposed to give them not only the degrees along the way, but the skills, and it could save them time. And in some ways, we find that our dual enrollment students also save a lot of money from doing this. Our families in our state save a lot of money by having the students participate in our dual enrollment programs. So if you can go to the next slide, please. Okay, so at Essex County College, we've been partnering with Essex County Schools of Technology, which are our vocational schools at the county. There's 3 of them, one in Newark, like a block away from the college, the other one about 3 miles up, Donald Payne High School, and the last one is West Caldwell, which is in the western part of the county, and it's close to the branch campus that we're just about to open. It's still under construction, but it will be open this fall. So we have been working with the faculty at the high school and having someone there, Christine LaPaz, review their curriculum and their schedule to see how they can infuse a lot of the CompTIA credentials straight into their curriculum to create that opportunity for the students early on. And if the students are able to pass the courses and get the grades, then they're also eligible to get the college credits, which puts them on that associate science degree pathways. On Middlesex, they partnered with Thomas Edison Energy Smart Charter School to create the same dual enrollment, again with the stackable credentials. And they've taken it a little bit further because they're also including Java SEA, Oracle Certified Associates to get the students successfully to complete these courses and build on their credits. And I believe that they will be given 4 college credits at the moment. Next slide. Okay, so Ocean has embedded their 3 courses, the CompTIA, then A+, the network, and the Amazon Web Services into their associate degree for a computer science degree. And they are actually helping adult learners or anyone who takes the courses to be able to get the industry credentials and not least earn 10 credit college courses. The whole idea is that they can get the credentials and the credits at the same time. So there's not a waste of time in case that students would like to continue as they progress throughout their career towards their degrees. And if someone already has a degree, then they could just get the credentials and be able to change careers. OCC also is reviewing the credit curriculum and the contents, and they're piloting, and I believe it was offered now, right, Joe? It was 2023, 2 information sessions for computer science majors in their 3rd and 4th semesters, highlighting the opportunity for them to gain the credentials in the industry so that they can go ahead and get those credentials before they leave Ocean. At Essex, we had our Dean of Academic Affairs, Dr. Alvin Williams, review all the CompTIA credentials for ITF, which is IT fundamentals in the A+ core 1 and 2, giving them 7 credits in the computer science, and the courses could actually be used for both pathway and pathway 2, depending on which degree the students want to go to, whether it's the computer systems technology or the computer programming. They could be, one could be a core course and another one would be an elective, but that allows them to earn the 7 credits while they're there. But we also have students who could be coming in through our non-credit, taking the CompTIA as a non-credit course, and at the end of it, they could get the credit. So it's working with students who are in the credit programs and making sure that they're aware that if they work with us, we can give them the credentials and prepare them to take the CompTIA exam. And then anybody who's on the non-credit passes the credentials from this side. So it's sort of a dual approach. And this is something that I hope we can model between Ocean, Middlesex, and Essex County, and make that information available to other colleges throughout the state, because we find that this would be really helpful to folks so that they're focusing on their career and their academics at the same time. If you can thank you. So thanks to Aslihan, we made a connection with Rowan University, and I had our faculty visit with Jack Myers from Rowan and basically start lining up all of the courses, and in some cases make changes to the curriculum or make proposed changes or review course outlines and make sure that they were neatly aligned to have the same opportunity at Essex that they could have at other colleges of having a 2+2 degree. So that's been ongoing. We are in the process now of doing the articulation agreements, going to the board and with all that information. Ocean partnered with Rowan University as well to extend the 2+2 articulation agreement for their Associates of Applied Science and Computer Science and Information Technology that fits into the Bachelor of Arts in Computer Systems Technology at Rowan University. And then they're also working with the 2+2 agreement for the Computer Science and Information for, I think, is that repeated? I think that's repeated twice. Anyway, that's the whole idea, is that we neatly fit into Rowan so that our students don't have to duplicate courses or waste more time. And Rowan was extremely helpful, met with our staff and our faculty, and they were able to exchange and review everything. And Jack was super helpful. So we're thankful for that. And it's nice to, once we do it with Rowan, because Essex is 1 block away from NJIT, we're hoping to make inroads with NJIT as well. Ocean County College has also worked with establishing non-credit courses to help their adult learners and to get the CompTIA certifications and the professional exams. And they're going to be offering this in this summer. And the same courses are similar to what I've said before, the CompTIA A+, the CompTIA IP Fundamentals, and the CompTIA Network. These are what we're hearing from industry that are needed for the students to be able to get into, entry level and move up within help desk support and other jobs that are good paying jobs for our students and make a difference in their family lives. So we're basically trying to stack the credentials in the industry and make it hopefully as clean a pathway as possible for many of our students who may be always not so sure of how to handle things that have to do with technology. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're also piloting. I know that Ocean presented on this before, working with the Google IT certification for multiple courses and through Coursera, and that's Google Project Management, UX Design, IT Automation, Python, Digital Marketing and E-commerce, and Google Data Analytics. Essex is actually entering into an agreement with Google and Coursera as well. We're in our last stages and we should be implementing our courses in the fall as well. And then I'm looking to have, I know that they're eligible for stackable the industry credentials, which will also automatically include the college credits. So our academic affairs is become aware so that we can also be able to offer that opportunity to get the credits for anyone who wants to continue. But we're really excited about the Google Project Management. I know that Ocean has a great model. I know that other colleges, including Union, I spoke to my colleague there, they're planning to roll it out as well. They had, it's sort of online, but infusing one lead instructor to be the point person for students has really made a difference to make it successful. So Essex plans to follow the same model. So we're thankful for that. Next. Okay, and then last one, I think the professional development, Ocean County College is beginning to just be investing. We have to invest in our professionals, right? Whether it's within our institution, with our instructors or our faculty, and also the community. And I think Essex is as well committed to doing professional development. Thanks to this funding, we have been able to take faculty to attend the data summits and other summits that have been offered through the collaborative. And we are also tying into Cisco Academy to re-energize that on our academic side. And so this is the beginning of at least having folks. And what we found at Essex is that having both our credit and our non-credit work together, the instructors, and share on the curriculum and support each other has created a lot of like a little learning community where they're sharing, and we're breaking down sort of the silos between the credit and non-credit, which is kind of exciting. Sorry.
Thank you so much for sharing that, LV, and giving us more detail on the great work that the Program Software Center, Software Development Center has done, and for computer science and computer systems technology. It's now time for some question and answers, and I'll have the questions and you guys will have the answers. Actually, I think this is a question. The first question actually, I think, is for Ocean. And it said, what were some of the factors that made you choose a GPA range for Lakewood Academy eligibility? I do know the answer to that question, but if Sylvia or Joe are on the line and would like to, I think Sylvia's on, would like to kind of respond to that, you can. Sylvia?
Sure. So we work with Dr. Henry Jackson at Ocean County College, who is our executive director for student success in all of the high school districts of Ocean County. And Henry, we've been working with those that are in the underserved and market, and especially those students that he wants to take that is in that GPA range, where we can work with them closely through high school and, either get them a job out of high school or to continue to move on through Ocean County College. Henry has a software program, it's called Ed Ready, that he works with these young adults to get them ready for each of their formidable years in high school and college. And Joe may be able to add a little bit more onto that, but that's the selection. That's from Dr. Jackson, which I think is good because we always think about the smart ones that, oh, you know, the 3 5s and the 4 0s. But these are kids that maybe they want to do it so we can work with them and, you know, move them through.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing that, Sylvia.
Sure.
And I don't know if there's any additional information, but there is also another question, a comment. We have a comment from Professor Jack Myers at Rowan, who worked with this pathway. And Elvie, I know you did point out that Ocean does have 2+2 articulation agreements with Rowan. One was with their AS, but another one was with the AAS. And Jack wanted to point out that Rowan is pleased to be in the process of elevating the value of AAS degrees. So we did hear some about that in our articulation meeting on Monday with all community colleges in 4 years. So Jack, thanks for sharing that information with us, because we know that for some of the technology degrees, they're ASs, but also some of them are AASs. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, Vita, I just want to add, this is
Please
Joe. I
do.
just want to add,
Please do.
Jack has been instrumental. Rowan University has been instrumental in stepping forward with this type of partnership, because it hasn't been common over the past few years in articulating mapping an AAS degree into a 4-year program. So it just, if you think about it from the industry credential standpoint, Jack has done a great job along with his colleagues at Rowan to add industry credentials and layer them on top of the work we're doing at the 2-year school. So that has been I think a breath of fresh air for all of us, and we look forward to our continued partnership with them.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Joe. And I was going to also add too, from some of the, as relates to the AAS and the AS degrees, and the difference in the content of those. I know that the AAS tend to have more kind of industry content versus some of the other kind of general ed courses for an associate's degree. And based on everything that we're hearing from industry, the AAS has many, if not much, of the skills that they're looking for as you think about the preparation from a skill-based perspective. So I just wanted to add that. I don't know if there's any comment from Elvie or Aslan as it relates to that. No. Okay, I will go on. We have another question, and this is from our chat. It says, will there be any financial assistance for those taking industry certifications, for those that may be unable to pay for the CompTIA exam or others? And I know there's a lot of conversation, and we've had that throughout this past year. So I'm going to pass it off to you guys to address that.
I could speak for Ocean, Vita, and right now we're getting that support through our foundation at the college. But as you mentioned, I think that's been at the front of our conversation since we started these pathways. So what we hope will happen moving forward is that industry will recognize the need for this type of reimbursement in some way, and step forward and maybe help the students in taking these industry credentials, if not at no cost, at least at a lesser cost. We hope that there are additional programs moving forward as well that could fund this type of initiative. But in the end, from my view, at least in my perspective, it's as needed, much of it is needed by industry. So as much as we could partner up with them moving forward to get students reimbursement for these types of credentials, I think it would just be a great opportunity for all of us.
Thank you so much, Joe. And that is one thing that we've absolutely heard, that we prepare the students to be able to sit for these credentials and for these certifications. But if they don't have the funds to actually go through the process, then it's not a success. So thank you for that.
Right.
Thank you. And we also had a comment from Elvie in the chat, and she said that ECC, at Essex, we have gone after additional funds through grants, so students don't have the additional expenses in the non-credit side. So thank you for sharing that as well. So everyone is obviously aware that in order for students to be successful, that financial support is needed to meet some of those credential expenses. Are there any other questions, comments, answers to questions or thoughts before we move on? And we are at 3:43, so we're a little ahead of our schedule, but you know, it is Friday and you know, it's okay. Next slide, please.
I just feel honored, Vita, that LV decided to come here in place of staying with the king.
No,
It's never
yes,
happened to
LV.
me before. Yeah.
I'm in agreement with you on that, Joe, and that's exactly what we were saying.
It is kind of amazing. I'll hold it up and you can kind of see. I mean, this was pretty
Yeah.
amazing, you know.
That is amazing, Elvie. So we feel quite honored to have you. So thank you for joining us and thank you for doing the presentation for Pathway 2. You know, we do these collaboratives, but we always want your feedback. So if you could open up the QR code, if you haven't done that, open up the QR code or open up your camera on your phone, hit us with this QR code, give us your feedback on the program, any questions that you might have, any thoughts you might have about the collaboratives, because we can absolutely share with you at the NJ Pathways that this will not be the last collaborative that you will be attending, because there will be more and we only want to get better.
And Vita, I just want to add too, first of all, thank you and John for your work with this pathway. You were in front of thanking everyone in the beginning, but you and John played a
Yes.
critical role in all this. But also open it up to industry to say to them, if there are things that you see that, you know, that we could do more of, please don't hesitate to reach out. This needs to be a collaboration. This needs to be a partnership moving forward. And I know we had some industry involved throughout the process, but if there's something along the way that we missed, something that we could add value to moving forward, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you so much for that, Joe. And you must have been in Catherine's ear, because going forward in year 2, we have about like 650 partners. And so we're going to be working very closely over the next year with all 650 or 700 partners. So we're going to be quite busy actually touching base with them. So not just touching that base, reaching out and hearing the thoughts and questions and answering questions about how we can increase that engagement for the success of our students in our community college and for your, quite frankly, for your partners as well. So thank you for that. Next slide, please. You know, we love QR codes here at the Pathways. So here's another QR code for the statewide industry collaborative meetings. And I think we have 3 more, but I will tell you that the next 2 are within the technology and innovation sector. On April 26th, we will be hearing from the Cybersecurity Center for Workforce Innovation about the works that they've done over the past year. And on that same day at a later time, we will be hearing from data science. And then we will also be hearing from our manufacturing Center for Workforce too, not on the same date, but at a date to be shared. So if you haven't registered, please do, because we want to share all the great work. Next slide, please. Lauren's not here, and normally we say follow us, but you all know Lauren Purnell, our program manager. So follow along with us, like our posts. I mean, we have, look how many, you can go to our website, you know, you can hit us on Facebook, Instagram, you know, Twitter, YouTube, you know, we're all over the place, but that's how we are. We like to share the information, but we also want to hear from you. So follow us. Because we're always going to be sharing information on the work that we are doing that is really driven by the work that you are doing as well. As we close out, happy Friday. Thank you all again for joining us. Thank you for the work that you have done, every aspect of from all of our partners. Thank you for helping lead this innovative work that ultimately benefits students and adult learners, and definitely absolutely helps drive our economy.